Hello, movie lovers. Welcome back to The Movie Hunter. Today, we're diving into a zombie thriller that's doing something really different with the genre. We Bury the Dead, the new film from writer-director Zak Hilditch that's got an impressive 89% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Before we dive deeper into this emotional horror story, I'd love your support for The Movie Hunter. Please like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Thanks so much in advance for joining the hunt. So, what's We Bury the Dead all about? It's set in the aftermath of a catastrophic military experiment gone wrong, an accidental detonation of a U.S. weapon that wipes out hundreds of thousands in Tasmania, Australia. The story follows Ava, played by Daisy Ridley, in what critics are calling one of her best performances yet. Ava's husband was down there on a work trip when everything happened, and he's missing. Desperate for any kind of closure, she flies over and joins a volunteer body retrieval unit, helping to identify and bury the dead in the quarantine zone. The twist that makes this stand out in the zombie world, some of the dead aren't staying dead. They start coming back, but at first, the military says they're harmless, slow-moving, nothing to worry about. They even give hope to families that maybe their loved ones are somehow still in there. But as Ava pushes deeper into restricted areas searching for her husband, she starts uncovering that these undead are changing, getting more aggressive, more dangerous as time goes on. Daisy Ridley carries this movie so powerfully as Ava. She's grieving, determined, and you feel every bit of her pain and hope through her expressions. She doesn't need a ton of dialogue to pull you in. Joining her are Brenton Thwaites and Mark Cole-Smith in key roles that add layers to the survival dynamics. Smith plays a local who's part of the cleanup crew, and Thwaites brings this intense energy that keeps you guessing. What I really appreciate about We Bury the Dead is how it's not your typical zombie apocalypse with endless action and hordes. Director Zak Hilditch, who also wrote the script and made films like 1922 and These Final Hours, keeps the scale intimate and focused on Tasmania. It's like a localized disaster that feels eerily real. The film is shot beautifully in Western Australia, with vast, ash-covered landscapes that look haunting and desolate. The cinematography is gorgeous, and there's this echoing score that builds so much dread without overdoing it. At its core, this is as much about grief and loss as it is about zombies. Hilditch has talked about drawing from personal experiences with losing loved ones, and it shows. The movie explores that desperate need for closure, unfinished business, and how far we'd go to say goodbye properly. It's moody and thoughtful, with bursts of real tension and scares that hit harder because of the emotional buildup. Critics are praising it for finding fresh ground in a genre that's been done a lot, calling it poignant, atmospheric, and a smart meditation on human fragility. The R rating makes sense. There's strong violence, gore, language, and some intense moments that don't pull punches. But it's not gratuitous. Everything serves the story of survival and what the living do when faced with the undead versions of people they knew. We Bury the Dead premiered at SXSW back in March 2025 to great buzz, and now it's finally hitting theaters in the US starting January 2nd, 2026. Perfect way to start the new year with something deep and chilling. It's also coming to Australia and New Zealand in February. If you love zombie movies that go beyond just kills and think about the human side like Train to Busan or even Maggie, or if you're a Daisy Ridley fan wanting to see her in something gritty and powerful post-Star Wars, definitely check this out. It's one of those films that sticks with you, making you think about loss and what burying the dead really means. Does this sound like a fresh take on zombies to you? Are you planning to catch it in theaters? Let me know in the comments. And if this video got you excited for We Bury the Dead, hit that like button, share your thoughts below, subscribe to The Movie Hunter for more breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, movie lovers. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next hunt.